So I'm going to read you these quotes and you're going to tell me where they're from.
Movie quotes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, may the force be with you.
Yes, Star Wars.
I say, why so serious?
So serious.
What?
Like, why so serious?
Yeah. I thought that would be the easiest.
Which one is that?
What?
I don't know. It's such
The Joker in Batman. Why so serious?
Maybe because of the way you said it. I think.
Please, how else could I have said? What's the most challenging part about making movies? You've already mentioned like thinking and writing, but is that it? Or are there other challenges?
I think the most challenging part is that, see, filmmaking as an art is not like other arts. It's a collaborative thing. So I think having everyone understand that we're all working towards this vision, like it's like the collaboration of filmmaking. I think it's so challenging, because you have to really understand people. You have to understand the actors. You have to understand the director. Everyone must understand each other for you to come up with something good. And I think it's tough because people are tough to deal with.
I don't want to watch a movie where I know you're acting. You know what I mean? I want to believe you. I want you to be... if you're this evil person, I want to believe that you're that evil person. You know what I mean? Like when you watch a movie that, and
but I think
I'm going to compare. You think?
No, I think that the challenge comes from writing also.
Yeah.
We have a challenge of writing in Uganda.
I think it's a challenge of casting. Who are your big three?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think it's just because he's top of mind. You just mentioned him.
No. I think it's like even my favorite movies. Yeah.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson is fantastic, and then Brad Pitt.
That Denzel is not on that list is wild.
Denzel, I like Denzel.
Is Denzel, man.
I like Denzel, but I feel like Denzel is not a character actor, and me, I mean, like Denzel's acting. You're always aware of the fact that this is Denzel. Me, I'm always aware whenever I watch Denzel, but it's fantastic. But I'm always aware that this is Denzel. But when you watch someone like Leo or you watch someone like Samuel L., they disappear into the character.
Emma, it's been real. We're done with you. Bye. Welcome to another episode of It's Never That Serious. You know the drill. By now you know you have to do that one thing. You know the thing. Subscribe. We're waiting for you to subscribe. Of course, we are at Zest Restaurant in Kololo, and I'm very excited to be introducing my next guest, right? So, Uganda's movie scene, I want to say it's growing, but I think it has grown. It's not still in the process. It's now a grown up, right? And the person I'm going to be introducing is a director, a storyteller, a script writer. He said he does everything except act. So allow me to introduce Emma Ilungole. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's Ilungole.
Ilungole.
It's difficult for most people, but it's Ilungole.
Ilungole.
The NG is kind of like, so it's Ilungole.
Ilungole.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Where's that from?
Teso.
Is it? Okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Although from Teso. We love to have you.
Although I don't live in Teso.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
But like I said, welcome to the podcast once again. So for the audience who is meeting you for the first time, tell us about Emma. Yeah. I'm not going to attempt to say your second name again, and I wish I did already. But you told me that you are a movie director, producer, scriptwriter, and everything.
Yeah.
Like, can you tell us more about that?
Basically, I am what I do. But if I'm to describe myself to the lowest atom, I'm a cinema lover. I'm a cinephile.
Ooh.
Yeah, I am a person who has always loved movies, and I finally got the chance to start making my own movies recently. And yeah, I would say I'm starting to live my dream, I would say.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because many of us love movies, but not many of us say, okay, you know what, one day I'm going to make my own movie.
Yeah.
So what made you feel that way? Like, what made you want to make your own movie?
I would say movies chose me. I didn't really choose them. Because like I said, I always loved doing movies. And if I'm to give you my whole life story, I don't know if we have the time for
We
that.
have
But
time.
yeah.
We have time.
When we were in high school, I was like this kind of kids who would write comic books. I was that kind of person, but for fun, just for myself.
You would write like you know how to draw the book thingies.
I would draw in a funny way,
Yeah.
but the writing was quality, I
Yeah.
think. To me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I would be like that kind of person. I would write. Then I did literature, so I learned more about like how to tell stories and all that. Then when I got to campus, I did journalism, so I got introduced to like cameras and stuff like that. So like there's where stuff built up, and then one of my friends did a film, but he was also not doing a film. He was doing a skit, but we turned it into a film. Uh, Actually, that thing was so surprising because he did a skit.
Mm-hmm.
Then at that time, I was the only person in class who knew how to edit, like editing videos. So I edited the skit, but the skit turned into a film, and then we submitted it to Icon Awards, and it was like that was 2022, and it was selected best student film, and we were all like shocked. So
Yeah.
like if we could do this like without knowing what we're doing and it's nominated, then why don't we like
Take it
do it?
seriously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that where Opportunities Are Here came in? At what point did you join that program?
Opportunities Are Here came in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
I also joined it out of most of the stuff I do. I just be like, okay, let me just do this. So they came, were having opportunities for filmmakers, but I wasn't really a filmmaker at that time. I was just trying. But then I was like, okay, let me submit my forms and stuff. And then they asked us to send in short films. It was like an audition, but you audition with a film. So I got an iPhone and I shot a short film. So the very first film on my YouTube, I shot a short film. I directed a short film. I wrote and directed a short film, but I didn't know what I was doing so much. But I knew, since I watch a lot of movies, I knew what I liked in films. So I did that short film. I submitted. Opportunities Are Here. They're like, oh, you're among the best 15. It's like, what? Then I came. Then we did like some sort of boot camp. Then we had to like pitch our short films, and I was also among the best 9. I was like, what? So like that. Then
You just
best
kept
9. I was best
surprising
3.
yourself, like
Yeah.
what? Like it was just like what? Like the whole time. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk about like for people who are hearing about Opportunities Are Here for the first time.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What is it?
Well, it's like a program to help young creatives. It's kind of like something they're trying to do to give the film industry a kind of to make it like a real business in a way, like empowering young creatives to start up their own film businesses. In a way. But they did that in like it was kind of like a competition that I went through, that I was one of like the lucky people who finished it to the end up to now. But yeah, everyone who went through it at a certain stage got some, I would say they got some kind of, they learned something.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what happens when you get through to the final stages? Like it's like a competition and then you keep falling off?
Like the way I broke it down, it's like we had an audition of short films.
Yeah.
From that audition, there's another stage which is like a business incubation, where people come in and they teach you stuff and all that. So from those short films, they picked the best. They picked the best 15. So I was among the best 15. So the best 15 go through some kind of boot camp where you learn more about filmmaking and stuff. And then we have to pitch projects, short films still at that time. You have to pitch your short films, then they pick the best 9.
Right.
So the best 9 guys now make short films, which we did. And now the best of those 9 get a chance to make a feature film. So I was among the best of those 9, and that's how we made this feature film. And
Okay, let's talk about the feature film.
yeah,
You May Now,
You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye.
You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye.
Yeah.
What is it about? I mean, we are going to watch it, but without, like, give us a trailer, like, give us the verbal trailer.
It's a thriller. I would say it's a Ugandan thriller about, it's a love story about these 2 guys who fall in love, but it's kind of like those kinds of films where you know what's going on, but you don't really know what's going on. So just a small spoiler, the love story has been manufactured for a bigger purpose, for like a revenge plan of some kind. So yeah, it's kind of like that kind of film that's like a love story in the first half, then it breaks into crazy shit the second half.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you opt for like that genre specifically? Was it based off of interest? Was it like a group project? They told you, do thriller
Well,
or like do horror or like do comedy? Like,
it was chosen as the best business choice,
Okay.
like because thriller it has an audience, at least worldwide. But personal, why I wrote the script personally is like I am a thriller person. I'm good at it. I would say I'm good at writing twists, at writing crazy shit. If you check my YouTube channel, then you'll get it why it was me who wrote the script.
yeah. Okay, so thriller is your thing.
Yeah.
We'll put a pin in that. We'll circle back to that.
Yeah.
What was it like working on this? Was it your first feature film to work on
It was my first feature film to work on as a producer.
as a producer?
Because I've worked in a feature film before as a camera guy, but there's not so much pressure. But now, when you're a producer, it's crazy because everyone is coming to you and they're
Yeah.
like,
Actually, let's first break that down because
Yeah.
what I know is in the film business, the producer, the director, everybody, the what they call it, those other producer people who are not real producers, executive producers, like like everybody has like a different role. So you were the producer.
I was one of the producers.
One of the producers.
Yeah.
What is the role of a producer in when you're making movies?
It's kind of like we're the ones who deal with all the shit, like any problem.
You tell us what the shit is. Like we want to know because there's so many different aspects,
That's a financial distribution. Any problem, it's the producer to handle it.
Because
I would say.
like what we are trying to understand is,
Yeah.
are you directly involved in the making of the movie?
Yeah,
When the
definitely.
actors, you're the one to tell them like do this, do that. Then what is the role of the director? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you break it down for us on that
If I'm
front?
to break it down fully, first of all, the producer pitches the project to
Yeah.
get the funding.
Yeah.
So we get the funding, then we're in charge of hiring people. But not hiring, like let's say we want to hire
You're
an
casting.
actor.
Are you casting or are you hiring?
Hiring,
Okay.
like, so the director is like, I want you to act in this film.
So the director
So
is
my-
the one who casts.
Yeah, he casts. Says like, okay, but it's me who is supposed to pay you and give you that contract. So I can also cancel that casting because you're too expensive or overall you don't make sense in the budget. So whereas the director looks at things from a creative standpoint, like creatively, I have this vision, it needs to be her. First, we look at things from a practical money standpoint. We are money people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was wondering about because you're not.
Yeah.
So you know how like we watch like the making of a movie.
Yeah.
And we see like someone seated on like
Yeah,
a
you
chair
won't
there.
see us
You're not
there.
gonna be there.
You won't see us there.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
it's the background stuff. That's
So
why I
at-
said that shit. Like,
At what point do you now get involved in the movie when it's done? They've done the cuts and everything, and now you come and watch it.
yeah, we give our notes. Depends on the film. Like this film, of course, we had some creative input. I wrote the script. Usually, a producer won't write the script; they'll hire the writer.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are involved, but we're involved like on the outside. Like the best producers don't involve themselves so much in the creative. That's why you watch a lot of movies nowadays, and they're not so good because the business people are putting too much creative input. Yeah, that's not their job. Yeah.
I like that, and I feel like it's also a challenge that as creatives, away from just filmmaking, we face. I
Yeah.
come, I pitch you an idea. I'm like, this is a concept. You're like, fantastic. I love your concept.
Yeah.
By the time I go to execution, you've given me your notes. Yet you don't know. Like, I'm the one who's gonna be on
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
You're not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So like, just listen to what I have to say. So I
Yeah.
get what you mean. Like, I think it's good to leave the people. Like, everybody should have a role, and everybody should be allowed to execute their role with their
I think
creativity.
we understood that so well because we are creatives ourselves. We came in to the project creatively, so we know what it means to be a creative.
I think that's the best thing when
yeah.
you're also working with other creatives,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
understand. What made you want to get into film? You said yes, you like film and everything,
Yeah.
but what made you want to get into film in Uganda? I'm going to preface that question by saying, one, do y'all get paid?
Yes.
Yeah,
For this project, yes.
for this project.
I've just like let me be honest. This is the first project where I've actually
You have been
earned
paid.
from film.
Yeah, which is good, and I
Which
think
is
that's
good.
one of the perks of opportunities are here.
Yeah.
But in Uganda in general, the assumption is that you do it as a passion project,
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
hobby, because you love it.
It's not a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's
Mhm.
like you have to do it seriously. Because
Yeah.
if I didn't take it seriously,
Yeah.
because to get to where we are now, like it took a lot of commitment. Like you go for boot camp for like a month, you're not working, just there, you get. So yeah, I think you need to, if you want to get into it, especially film, you need to take it like, this is what I do, this is my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that because I think I was having a conversation earlier with my producer actually, and I was saying if you treat your thing like a hobby, people will treat it like a hobby.
Yeah.
So you have to take it seriously, and I see that you guys are taking it seriously, which is fantastic. Let's talk about misconceptions. What are some misconceptions about the Ugandan film industry?
From the audience, I guess.
From whoever, in general. It could be
because
from the
on all
audience. It could
sides-
be from the audience, and it could also be from like the creator side of it.
I'll give both sides.
Okay.
I think from the audience side, there's still that perception that there's a certain way they look at Ugandan films. Like when you say I'm doing a Ugandan film, there's something like they expect it to be like so low quality in a way, which you can't blame them for because the films they've seen, I won't name them, but the famous Ugandan films, apart from Lookman, who has done really well, but apart from Lookman, the films they've seen are really low res. But I think if you see the quality of films we're having now, I think it's if the audience would know that the quality of films is like Now You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye, I would say that film can play anywhere in the world, in a cinema in the world. Yeah. So I think there's just that misconception about the quality of film. But then I think also on the filmmaker's side, it's kind of our fault because films come out, nice films, but you don't see them. Like you only see their trailers. But producers keep them in festivals. Then maybe they put it on a platform like 2B or like there's those platforms which are there for filmmakers to make money. But Ugandans don't have access to them. The only platform a Ugandan can access is Netflix, or if they're not on the rich side.
Maybe
Like,
there's Prime, there's Netflix,
Prime,
there's those other streaming sites.
Yeah,
If they're not on the rich side, which one?
No, like if they're not able to subscribe to those, like there's nowhere they can find apart from maybe Chivandas. And that's another thing we're doing with our film.
Yeah.
We're trying to make sure that it reaches all the audiences. So we're going to do a Chivanda tour, like it's going to play in Chivandas like it's playing in cinemas right now. Yeah.
I think also like a very important aspect of it is knowing who your audience is and then like taking it to them, because sometimes I feel like in Uganda we because I was having a conversation earlier and I was like, Uganda has there's like a straight line between two very different audiences.
Yeah, true.
There's an audience that may understand this kind of thing and there's an audience that may not understand. So like you have to know which of those two. You know what I mean? And I like that. Let me tell you my misconception that I'm guilty of Ugandan film. It's with the actors. Also the producers, but I feel like directors. I feel like the directors have gotten so much better. Now let's talk about the actors.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch a movie where I know you're acting. You know what I mean? I want to believe you. I want you to be if you're this evil person, I want to believe that you're that evil person. You know what I mean? Like when you watch a movie that
but I think
I'm going to compare. You think?
No, I think that the challenge comes from writing also.
Yeah.
We have a challenge of writing in Uganda.
I think it's a challenge of casting.
Because
I think
I've read some scripts and like even the best actors have struggled. I've seen good actors struggling because of the script. Yeah. But people don't know that. They'll watch the actor and they're like, they're not being believable. But the way the character was written, like it's already unbelievable. Yeah, so I think that's...
but it's, I find like it's the same problem I have with Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah, me too.
Don't act like you're acting. Yeah. I want to believe that it's you in that.
I don't watch Tyler Perry movies.
You don't?
Even this recent one, they have been hyping. I
watched it.
Was it good?
Taraji?
I like
Taraji is not in the category of Tyler Perry people. It was a Tyler Perry movie, but Taraji can act. Like, that woman, like, let's give her flowers. So, I watched it for the sake of its Taraji P. I love Taraji P with all my heart. You've told us your genesis from university to now this project. What's your most memorable moment while working on a film?
There are lots of memorable moments.
Yeah, Auntie, you pick one.
I'm trying to bring it to whether there are so many that it's hard to pinpoint.
You pick one, or like you can pick like two.
That question, you mean on set or like as I'm working on the whole process of filmmaking?
I want to leave it open to like the whole process because if I say on set, will you have an answer for me?
I have an answer for both.
Fantastic. Let's say on set because that's what I want to hear.
So for set, there's a time we shot a film. Actually, this most recent film that I did, not You Make Us the Bride, but one I directed, it's a short film. It's called Once Upon a Time in Mukono. We shot it in Mukono. On that film, we went on set. It was a night shoot, so we shot the whole night. But then we reached on the set and realized that the camera's battery was faulty. So we had to shoot this is how we shoot. We shoot like 2 minutes of footage, then we stop.
Go and,
or 1
charge.
minute. No, we stop the actor there. We go and charge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go and charge, and then you come back.
Shoot. So it was so interesting, like that method of working. And when the film finally came out, it worked.
That must
which
have been
shocked
so
me.
frustrating for the actor.
Yeah, it must have.
Yeah.
It was actually.
Yeah.
For all of us. But kind of it worked because the film is kind of in this setting where things are like tense and people are frustrated. So it kind of fit the mood. Yeah. But it was so memorable for me.
Who dropped the ball there? Because me, I would beat you if you come to shoot with no battery.
It was actually me.
What are you talking? It was you.
Yeah, because I'm the one who got the camera.
You learned your lesson.
I learned a lot.
You have to double check, triple check, quadruple check.
We didn't check the camera until we were going to shoot. Yeah. So that was like the challenge.
Was a rookie mistake.
It was nighttime, so there's no you could go back to the guy.
Yeah.
But it was fun in a way.
No. Like I said, the actor must have been the one who felt it. For you were like, it was fun. But he was like, Okay, so you said you love thriller.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 thriller movies?
Top 3
of all time, movies. I should say. But you film people, you're about to tell us things we've never heard of. But you tell us, and then we'll go look for them, and we shall judge you based off of them.
There's a film called Prisoners.
I watched Prisoners. The guy who lost his daughter. I watched that.
Yeah, that was a crafted
good
film. Fight Club.
Watch Fight Club.
Brad Pitt. Yeah. Brilliant twist. And I would say Shutter Island.
You know what? You have good taste.
I have
good taste. Have you watched Vanilla Sky?
No.
You need to watch Vanilla. Like the lineup you've given me, there's a movie called Vanilla Sky, Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz and Cameron Diaz, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's quite old. It might be like 2000, 1999, but it's really good. But Shutter Island was actually,
It was a great movie.
To this day, like I wonder, like, which one was it? You know, like I rewatched it every couple. Like, was he crazy? Was he crazy or did they?
I love that about it. Him? Like, it wasn't direct. It was up to you to be like, okay, this is it or this is it.
Okay.
But my favorite movie of all time is Inglourious Basterds.
Oh, Inglourious Basterds is good. Yeah, the German something.
Yeah, I think that's like the most perfect piece of writing.
Okay, so you have some taste in movies. So I'm gonna ask. Okay, like let's talk about big 3 actors. Who are your big 3? You could have women in there as well.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think it's just because he's top of mind. You just mentioned him.
No. I think it's like even my favorite movies. Yeah.
Okay.
Samuel L. Jackson is fantastic. And then Brad Pitt.
That Denzel is not on that list is wild.
Denzel. I like Denzel.
It's Denzel, man.
I like Denzel, but I feel like Denzel is not a character actor. And me, I'm like, I mean, like, Denzel's acting, you're always aware of the fact that this is Denzel. Me, I'm always aware whenever I watch Denzel, but it's fantastic, but I'm always aware that this is Denzel. But when you watch someone like Leo, or you watch someone like Samuel L., they disappear into the character.
Emma, it's been real. We're done with you. Bye. No Denzel slander will be tolerated on this podcast.
Slander.
It's slander. Slanderous. Do you know? Okay, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx is good too. He's good.
Okay, dream collab. Who is your dream collab? A director or actor or whoever that you would want to work with.
And different, because in actors it's Leonardo, still.
Okay.
Although we may never meet, but it's Leonardo.
You dream big, sir. Where's your like what they call it? Delusion.
Be
delulu.
Okay, let me be delusional.
Exactly.
Cinematographer is Roger Deakins. I think, whoever knows Roger Deakins knows why.
Yeah.
And then music composer is Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
Yeah. If I could have a movie with those 3,
you would just
finish
life
life
would be done. Exactly.
Yeah, like it's done.
What else?
Yeah.
If they ever made a movie about you as Emma, One, what genre would it be?
I would like it to be an action movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would like it to be. An action thriller.
What would it be called? Action thriller. Jesus. Okay. What would it be called? Okay, like
What would it be called? I don't know. Emma. I like naming. I like movies that are named the
named.
character, like John Wick. Like I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially for action movies.
Yeah.
I feel like the best action movies are named after the characters or the villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually like that you brought up villains. I'm going to ask you that as well. But let's talk about soundtracks.
Soundtrack.
I feel like soundtracks are such a big part of a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
They are make or break, literally.
Yeah.
But if you had like a soundtrack for your movie, this movie, Emma, action thriller, what's the soundtrack?
I think the best soundtrack I've ever had in a film is the soundtrack for Kill Bill. I've watched Kill Bill.
That's the one movie I've never watched. Do you know why?
A perfect soundtrack.
Is that Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you an unpopular opinion. But Quentin has not appealed to me.
Why?
You know, like everyone talked about Pulp Fiction, like, oh my God, Pulp Fiction, da 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 da. And then I watched it, and I think maybe because people had overgassed it up, it wasn't for my palate, my movie palate. And then I realized that I don't think I'm a Quentin fan. And then I saw Kill Bill. I see that there's a lot of blood and what. I've never really watched it.
Kill Bill is fun.
It's like blood.
You should watch it. I recommend. That's my recommendation.
Okay, Kawa. I watched
the
it.
The soundtrack.
Yeah.
Is the best.
Okay. Who did the soundtrack?
It's Quentin doesn't choose composers. He just gets
he makes his
songs.
own.
He just gets songs. Like he gets songs from older movies and puts them in his movies, and they work. Apart from Hateful Eight, but yeah, that's what he does.
Actually, that's where I found out that I may not be a Quentin fan.
Where?
Hateful Eight. Is it the
Hateful
one
Eight.
where they were in a carriage the whole movie, right? They were
No, they were in a carriage. Then they were in like.
Then they were like in a cabin.
Yeah, that was so fantastic.
That's why I said I think it's just not for my palate, because I think the people who watch them and like them, they really do like them. But me personally, I'm just like,
anyway, that's what makes I think Quentin a great filmmaker. Is that for me? I feel like if you're a great filmmaker, there are people who will love your stuff and there are people who will hate it. Like there's no in between.
Yeah.
That's why I don't consider Spielberg okay. Yeah, he's good, but he's not great to me. Yeah, because he has too many in betweens.
Okay, if you had a movie making superpower, like a superpower that would aid you in movie making, what would that be?
Being able to write quickly, like super speed writing, because writing is the part which takes longest for me. Yeah, so super speed in thinking. I think thinking or writing, I don't know, thinking to come up with ideas super quick. Yeah,
you'd become an idea machine.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part about making movies? You've already mentioned like thinking and writing, but is that it, or are there other challenges?
I think the most challenging part is that, see, filmmaking as an art is not like other arts. It's a collaborative thing. So I think having everyone understand that we're all working towards this vision. Yeah, like it's like the collaboration of filmmaking. I think it's so challenging, like because you have to really understand people. You have to understand the actors. You have to understand the director. Everyone must understand each other for you to come up with something good. And I think it's tough because people are tough to deal with. But when it works, it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about TV shows. How do you feel about those? Do you watch TV shows?
I watch a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a movie person, but I watch some.
Do you know what? You really do fit into that category, because that's why I asked that question like that. I was like, do filmmakers even watch?
We watch the good ones.
Okay, like which one? Tell us which ones are the good ones.
My favorite TV show is, I think, Breaking Bad. That was perfect.
Chef's Kiss. That's one of the best TV shows ever.
Game of Thrones. Last of Us. Have you watched Last of Us?
No. What is it
It's
about?
recent.
Last of Us.
It's about this guy who has to go. It's like post-apocalyptic zombies, but it's deeper than that. Very, very deep story. Yeah.
Speaking of, like there's every couple of years there's a wave of like zombies. There's a wave of aliens. We've had zombies. We've had aliens.
Yeah.
What am I missing? There's something else,
Like
vampires, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's always like a thing, like an era of something.
Yeah.
And then we shall make a movie about that thing and milk that thing for everything it's worth, and then move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Werewolves. Okay, like now we do this.
Yeah.
What's your favorite like era? Aliens, zombies, wolves, werewolves, vampires.
I'm not so sure what's my favorite. I think I like all movie eras, I would say.
I have to say
Equally.
zombies are my favorite. Because I like the way we've come out with creative ways to like bring them out. Aliens are so predictable. Like, yeah, they've come, they've invaded the earth, they've killed us.
Mm.
They made them into creatures. Some of them have human beings. Like, anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
If you could, should I say, pick one of the things like you've said you write scripts, you direct, you produce everything. If you could pick one of those to focus on forever, what are you picking?
Only one. 'Cause
Just one.
I would say writing.
Writing.
Yeah, I enjoy the process. It's tough, but I enjoy the process of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's because when you're writing, because for me, I consider writing is the only creative part of filmmaking to me, because the rest is just interpreting. The director interprets, actors interpret what has been written.
Yeah.
But writing, you're creating something new that has never existed. And I find that so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about villains. Who's your favorite villain of all time?
Kill Bill from Kill Bill.
Well, you're giving me the only villain I don't know. Now I can't rate you.
Also, that guy from Bastards, Hans Lander, from Inglorious Bastards. Oh, you didn't watch?
I watched it, but I'm trying to think
The
of
German guy, the guy in the opening scene who kills that family.
the guy who was the guy who was like in a cabin and
Yeah.
asked for milk. Did he ask for milk
Yeah,
or
he asked
something
for
like that?
milk,
Yeah.
He was so interesting
Yeah.
to me.
Okay. But you know what, Emma, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Me personally, I'm a movie buff, so I can talk about movies all day. But before I let you go, we have a tradition on the podcast where we have to play a game. And since you are a movie person, it's a movie themed game. So I'm going to read you these quotes and you're going to tell me where they're from.
Movie quotes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll be back.
Terminator.
Yeah. I said it easy. You seem like confident, like I'm coming. Okay, may the force be with you.
Yes, Star Wars.
I gotta say, why so serious?
So serious.
What?
Like, why so serious?
Yeah. I thought that would be the easiest.
Which one is that?
What?
I don't know. I said
The Joker in Batman. Why so
Batman.
serious?
Maybe because of the way you said it. I think.
Please, how else could I have said? Okay. To infinity and beyond.
Buzz, like, yeah, in Toy Story.
Yes. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. If you know this one, I'll be so impressed.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I know it's
Because it's an old movie.
an old movie. Oh.
Gone with the Wind. Would you have guessed that?
No, I was going to say Heat.
No. Okay. I see dead people.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. You know, I there's a song that has that as like an intro, and I hadn't watched.
That is Kendrick's song.
Which one?
Not Like Us.
No, but there's another one. There's another one before Kendrick. This was like in the 2000s. It's like a rap song. So I had the song, and that was before I'd watched the movie. So when I watched the movie, I was like, oh, that's such another brilliant movie, Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
'Cause
it was brilliant. Yeah.
It had like a twist, and I was like, I wasn't ready for that. Okay. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, that is Al Pacino in. It's a movie about a lawyer. No, that's not Al Pacino. That is Jack Nicholson in that Tom Cruise movie. What's it called?
By the way, you're right on the nose, but what can I say?
Man, I've forgotten the title.
A Few Good Men.
Few Good Men. Yeah.
Okay, life is like a box of chocolates.
It's like a box of chocolates. What else?
You never know what you're gonna get.
I don't know.
That one even me. Let me first Google it because I remember it being a different movie. I was right. Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You know, I've not seen Forrest Gump, surprisingly. I don't know why.
It's a really good movie. It's
Yeah.
not one of those like, why haven't you watched it? But
No.
it's like, why haven't you
I
watched
know
it?
why. I have beef on Forrest Gump.
Why?
For winning the Oscar ahead of Pulp Fiction. So I was like,
Then you watch it and find out why. But you see that what I was telling you about award shows? The
Like-
movies that get gassed up at award shows are not usually my favorite movies. Okay, the only movie that has ever won that I feel like was 100% worth it was Fury Road. What's that movie called?
Mad Max.
Mad Max. Fury Road. They won that. Yeah, they won so many awards, and it was like justifiably so because
What
that
about
movie was
Parasite?
so beautiful. I've never watched Parasite.
Short Paris.
I should watch it.
The most deserving Oscar winner.
Okay, fine. Final one. I am king of the world.
I'm the king of the world. Titanic.
Titanic. Hey, gay, you know your stuff. Well done.
Those were simple though.
Okay, cool. Now let's play this or that. I'm going to give you two options. You'll tell me what your preference is. Okay, action or comedy?
Action.
Okay. Nollywood or Bollywood?
Nollywood.
Okay. Hero or villain?
Hero.
Directing or acting?
Directing.
Popcorn or nachos?
Popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
Popcorn is so overrated. I don't know why people eat popcorn.
Like, that's the
There were
cinema
things,
snack.
There were things get stuck in your teeth. You're just there cleaning your teeth in the middle of the movie. Nachos are fire. Okay. Watch in the cinema or stream at home?
Cinema.
Cinema, yeah. Subtitles, no subtitles.
Subtitles if it's a foreign film.
Okay, but if it's
But
not,
if it's not, no subtitles.
no subtitles. Okay. To watch the movie trailer or to go in blind?
Going blind.
Go in blind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
think
get a better
so.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean because when you watch the trailer, you go with expectations. It might be a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Before I even let you go, because I'm gonna let you go now. But what's a movie that was so gassed up, and then you watch it and you're like, "Ooh, what is this?"
There's so many.
There's so many.
I don't think of a
But
recent
most
one.
recently, yeah.
Most recent, there was a film,
Mm-hmm.
Beekeeper.
Beekeeper. I haven't watched that.
Okay, like it was him doing the same stuff like he has
That he does.
That he does. Like
Then there's also that. There's
Yeah,
some
like-
people who do this. They act like themselves every time they act.
yeah, like
Enough.
mm,
Okay, Emma, this has been such a delight. Thank you so much for making time for having this conversation. And let's talk about, before I let you go, let us know where we can, I guess, find you to begin with, but then also how we can watch the movie you just put out.
for me personally, you can find me at Emma Ilungole on YouTube. YouTube is where I want you to find me mostly. So Emmanuel Ilungole is my channel. Yeah. IG and other stuff, I post my films, so it's not really different.
Yeah.
For You Make Kiss a Bride Goodbye, we have TikTok, IG, YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the same thing, You Make Kiss a Bride Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah. And the film is in cinemas right now. So
Is
you
it?
should- yeah.
And opportunities are here. If people want to get involved with that, something like that, how can they get involved?
Yeah, just follow them on their pages. Opportunities are here. It's on X, Instagram, all the TikTok,
All the platforms.
YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
They usually send out links and stuff for people to join, and yeah.
Yeah. So guys, like opportunities are here. If you are interested, you're creative, you're wondering what to do next, maybe this is the challenge that you need, right? You've been watching It's Never That Serious. We've been at Zest. I'm dressed by SCW. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I put up a video. Until next time, guys. Bye.